anybody wants to donate me a tripod, put the email in my description. Hey, what's up guys, One Wicked Supra here. Gonna be doing an update video. Haven't really done an update video in a while. I've done a lot of work to the engine. It's pretty much what I've been focusing on. Kind of getting the engine ready to put in the car, and well, before that, obviously getting it ready to hook up to the T56 Magnum that I have right over here. And yeah, eventually getting in the car. That's kind of the goal of my summer. So with that being said, I've been focusing on the turbo kit. As you guys recall in my last video, I did the oil pan and I was working on the turbo kit, and I pretty much finished the turbo kit. It's actually right behind me here, and as you guys see, I got my blow-off valve on, my precision blow-off valve, and the dump tube for that, ran the vacuum lines for that. I also got my oil feed hooked up, oil return. That was one of the issues that I ran into. It's part of the reason why I haven't really done an update video in a while. The oil return, they give you a flange with the turbo kit, with really any turbo kit, and you have to, they give you bolts, and you're supposed to bolt the flange onto the oil pan. It seems simple enough, but the bolts I got weren't the right size. I'm not blaming the company, it's a pretty well-known turbo kit, so I doubt they'd give me the wrong size bolts, but I do have a 1JZ oil pan in second hand, so maybe the bolts are a different size or something. And on top of that, I couldn't just swap out the bolts. The bolts were, the holes in the oil pan for the bolts were stripped, so I had to tap it and re-thread it, so that took a little while, along with finding bolts for those holes. And so you know, I hopefully won't leak. I got it all bolted up now and everything's hooked up, so pray that nothing will leak. Other than that, with the turbo kit, I really didn't have any problems. Everything tightened up and fit together. I also put the motor mounts on using 97 and 98 Supra motor mounts. I took the Aristo motor mounts off, and all the bolts lined up for the brackets except for the longer bolts. I had to get M1.25 90mm, I don't remember the exact size, but I had to get 90mm long, grade 10.9, which I think is grade 8 equivalent bolts. So I got that, so the motor mounts are all hooked up. I also got my Plasma Man Racing, I think that's the company, intake manifold from, I think it comes from Australia, and I installed that, and I actually had to take it off to take my old motor mount off, so I'll be reinstalling that today, get a video of that for you guys. And I got my Tweak Performance wiring harness I'll be putting on today. I got my AC Delete I'll be putting on with an accessory belt, different size accessory belt. So I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be putting on today. Also got miscellaneous sized vacuum hose caps. I'm going to be blocking off a lot of vacuum hoses, so it's going to be a good video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, just finished up with the motor mount on this side, and the other side's all set too. So motor mounts are on. This one I did before the blow-off valve, obviously. Pretty hard to get bolts, so that's why I put them on first. And yeah, gonna get this manifold on. Let's get started. Manifold's all bolted up. Gotta look up the torque specs. I'm not sure if they want to use OEM torque specs or what the aftermarket manufacturer recommends, so figure that out. Gotta still torque down my motor mounts. Probably not gonna be able to torque down the bolt behind there, but you know, whatever. Hope for the best. And yeah, let's see if we can get my wiring harness figured out. that say? Oh shit. Alright guys, just giving you an idea of how the harness goes. Obviously this goes into the interior of the car, into the ECU, and then got your coil packs, spark plugs, goes to the alley radiator, comes out here, and then plugs into your alternator. Sensor here gave me some flying leads or something, and I have this unplugged here. Got a plug that goes into your water pump right here. I don't know where this really goes. Maybe goes into here. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. But now I'm gonna do the other side, which is where a majority of the plugs are. So let's see how that goes. What's up, guys? The tweaked harness is completely run. Everything's pretty much connected. So pretty much it just splits, goes through the valley, connects to the coil packs, comes out here, connects to the alternator and a few other things. I'm waiting for a sensor. I need my coolant temperature sender. It's called a sender. Goes right here. Mine's plugged off. I don't think the Aristos came with it, but basically it just tells you the gauge in your gauge cluster, the temperature of your engine. Also, the only other issue I had was this plug. One of these plugs here, I think this one right here, doesn't fit on my oil level sensor. So I'm either gonna have to order a new plug, or I think I can just modify this to fit. It's just like, this has like an extra little guide rail that I think I have to file off. Okay, let's go look at the Supra. Just rain, so just a little wet. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna clean it up a lot. I may take everything out, respray it in here like a gloss black, and maybe fill some holes and stuff. I'm gonna do some research on tucking wires and all that. But yeah, I have a lot of work to do before I can actually put the engine in the car. But the engine's almost done, and the transmission shouldn't be that difficult. So yeah, so once the engine and transmission are together and everything's together, I'll kind of go in here and sort everything out and clean it out and decide what I'm going to do. Take out the stock intercooler, I can take out the cable because I'm going drive-by-wire, take out quite a few things. So that's what it looks like right now. Hopefully soon look a lot different with an engine in it. So yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos soon. I've been really working hard on it, as you can see. Making a lot of progress. Hopefully the next video I'll have my engine completely done, or maybe even have the transmission connected to it, and then I can start, putting the engine in the car, which is obviously a pretty big deal. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment with any questions. Follow my Instagram at OneWickedSupra to see more frequent pictures and posts and more updates. Yeah, thanks for watching.